I want to think about it is a ghost objection. And it's a ghost objection because we don't really know what does the customer or the client mean, what is the issue with I want to think about it. There are a lot of techniques and ways on how to overcome and deal with I want to think about it. And today I don't really want to touch on the point of how to overcome the objection, but more about the understanding or the reasons why people tell us I want to think about it. From my experience, there are four main ways why a customer or a client will say I want to think about it. The first one is their personality. Some people's personality is the type of personality that needs the time to weigh things up. They need to look at all the small details. They need to read the small print. They need to analyze, and they need the time to think about things before they make a decision. With people like this, we cannot really push them and try and hurry them up because they will just get angry, upset, and will walk away from actually doing the business with us. So we do need to give them the time, we do need to give them the space in order to read through everything and make the decision when they're ready. The best way to deal with I want to think about it when it is that type of personality, somebody that needs to go through all the details, is to either do all the paperwork, give it to them and tell them, look, when you're ready, let me know and I'll come and pick it up, or ask how much time do you need to think about it, and then make an appointment to come and see them at that point. So how much time do you need? Couple of days, brilliant. Can I come and see you in 2 days time? Make the appointment to come and see them at that point, and because they had the time to look through everything, they will feel comfortable to go ahead. The second reason why people will tell us I want to think about it is simply because they're afraid. They are a little bit unsure about whether to go ahead with the decision or not. Something's holding them back, and because they are afraid, the fear mechanism kicks in, the old fight, flight, and freeze, and they try and run away or freeze and cannot make the decision. So they ease away from making the decision by telling us that they need to think about it, and then they don't commit themselves to making a decision. Again, with somebody who has fear kicking in, we cannot push them. They will fight us, or they will simply say no and walk away. So we need to understand what the issues are, why they feel uncomfortable, why they're afraid, and guide them through to making a decision slowly, with questions and answering their issues, or dealing with their issues and their fears that they have, to make it easy and to make it comfortable for them to make the decision. The third reason why people will tell us I want to think about it is simply because I want to think about it means no to them. They just don't feel comfortable saying to us no to our face. So they will say I want to think about it, and then they will deal with the confrontation of the no through sending us an email saying I'm sorry, but we decided not to go ahead, or to go with somebody else, or they will give us a phone, they will call us and tell that to us over the phone. So it's easier to reject people when we don't see them face to face. If the issue that they have is with us, or really have no need or desire to work with us, or need for our product, it's not really an objection, it is a rejection, and we will not be able to change their mind. But if there's a small issue that we can deal with, then it's easier and we can find out and work through that. And the fourth and final reason why people will tell us that they need to think about it is simply that they're not ready to buy, or they're not ready to go ahead. They just started the process, they are gathering information, and they are not at the point that they will actually make a decision. So we need to pre-qualify those people and see where they are before we begin the presentation. So the think about it is genuine. They are gathering information, they're not ready to make a decision. And sometimes we can accelerate the decision to go ahead by giving them information, asking them, and making them feel really, really comfortable with making that decisions, and sometimes we cannot. So from my experience, these are the 4 reasons why people will tell us, I want to think about it. It's important to understand the reasons behind why people tell us what they tell us and why they do what they do. Once we understand, it is easier for us to deal with the issues, possibly overcome them, and have a successful business.